The world of WWE has been rocked by the untimely deaths of some of its brightest stars. Between 1990s and 2025, we've seen the loss of talented individuals who contributed so much to the squared circle. These superstars brought excitement, passion, and unforgettable moments to millions of fans around the world, but their lives were cut short, leaving a void that can never be filled. While we continue to honor their legacies, it's important to remember their impact both inside and outside the ring. Today, we will be looking at WWE wrestlers who passed away too soon. Number 1. Wyndham Rotunda, better known to WWE fans as Bray Wyatt, was more than just a wrestler. He was a creative genius.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
Born into a wrestling dynasty, he carved a unique path, captivating audiences with his eerie charisma, chilling promos, and unforgettable personas like The Fiend. Wyatt brought a rare creativity to the ring that blurred the lines between horror and entertainment. Off-screen, he was a devoted father, a kind soul, and someone deeply respected by peers. His sudden passing in August 2023 at just 36 years old left the wrestling world in shock. After battling a serious health issue that had kept him off TV, he reportedly suffered a heart attack. WWE fans and fellow superstars poured out tributes, celebrating the legacy he left behind in a career that ended too soon. Bray Wyatt wasn't just a character. He was an artist, a storyteller, a man whose presence will forever haunt the squared circle. Rest in peace, Bray. You were truly one of a kind. Number 2. Eddie Guerrero. He was loved by millions, feared in the ring, and respected by everyone who knew his story. Eddie Guerrero was a wrestling legend who left us far too soon. Born into the famous Guerrero wrestling dynasty, Eddie brought unmatched charisma and technical brilliance to every match. From his early days in ECW and WCW to his unforgettable rise in WWE, he became a fan favorite with his lie, cheat, and steal persona that made people laugh, cheer, and believe. But Eddie's real battle was outside the ring. He fought through addiction, overcame personal demons, and came back stronger than ever, eventually capturing the WWE Championship in 2004. That moment wasn't just a victory, it was redemption. Tragically, on November 13th, 2005, Eddie was found dead in his hotel room from heart failure at only 38 years old. His death shattered the wrestling world. His legacy lives on through fans, fellow wrestlers, and his unforgettable performances. This is the story of a man who overcame demons, reached the top, and left us far too soon. Rest in peace, Latino Heat. Number 3. Jon Huber, known to WWE fans as Luke Harper and later as Brody Lee in AEW, was more than just a wrestler. He was a force. As a core member of the Wyatt family, alongside Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman, Harper brought an eerie intensity to the ring that made fans both fear and admire him. Behind the rugged beard and piercing stare was a humble, family-oriented man who was deeply respected by peers across wrestling promotions. Huber's career soared with the Wyatt family, capturing tag team gold and helping redefine dark, cult-like factions in WWE. In AEW, as Brody Lee, he finally stepped into the spotlight, holding the TNT Championship and showing the world the main event potential many had long seen. Tragically, Jon Huber passed away on December 26, 2020, at just 41 years old, due to a rare lung condition unrelated to COVID-19. His death shook the wrestling world, with tributes pouring in from WWE, AEW, and beyond. Bray Wyatt, who saw him not just as a stablemate but a brother, shared heart-wrenching messages of loss. Jon Huber's legacy lives on through his family, his fans, and his brothers in wrestling. Forever a part of the Wyatt family, forever missed. Number 4. Owen Hart, charismatic, technical, and one of the most beloved wrestlers of his generation, was a talent destined for greatness. Born into the legendary Hart wrestling family, Owen blended humor, agility, and pure wrestling skill to carve his own identity in WWE. Fans knew him as the King of Hearts, a man capable of stealing the show with his high-flying maneuvers and unforgettable rivalries, especially with his brother Bret the Hitman Hart. But beyond the ring, Owen was a devoted husband and father, known for avoiding the limelight and prioritizing his family over fame. He had dreams of retiring early, saving money, and enjoying life with his loved ones, dreams that were tragically cut short. On May 23, 1999, during the Over the Edge pay-per-view event, Owen fell 78 feet from the rafters in a botched stunt gone horribly wrong. The world watched in disbelief as a life filled with promise was lost in seconds. WWE continued the show, a decision that remains controversial to this day. Owen Hart's death shook the wrestling world and changed safety standards forever. His legacy lives on, not just in the ring, but in the hearts of fans who remember him as a hero taken far too soon. Number 5. Chris Benoit. He was a technical wrestling genius, one of WWE's most respected in-ring performers. Known as the Rabid Wolverine, he brought unmatched intensity to every match, winning fans over with his sheer determination and incredible skill. From ECW to WCW to WWE, Benoit's rise was a story of grit, sacrifice, and championship gold. But outside the ring, a much darker story unfolded. In June 2007, the world was rocked by unthinkable news. Chris Benoit had tragically taken the lives of his wife and son before ending his own. The wrestling world was left stunned and heartbroken. Years later, brain scans revealed Benoit suffered from severe CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, caused by repeated head trauma, raising chilling questions about the toll of pro wrestling. Chris Benoit's legacy remains complicated. He was a hero in the ring and a tragedy outside of it. His story is a sobering reminder that even our greatest heroes may be silently battling demons no one sees. Number 6. Edward Smith Fatu, known to WWE fans as Umaga, was a force unlike any other in WWE, a silent, destructive powerhouse known as the Samoan Bulldozer. With wild hair, tribal face paint, and unrelenting aggression, he crushed legends like John Cena and Jeff Hardy, leaving a trail of devastation in his path. But behind the ferocious character was a soft-spoken family man, a proud Samoan deeply rooted in wrestling royalty as a member of the legendary Inoue family, related to The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Rikishi. Outside the ring, Fatu struggled with personal demons, including substance abuse. Tragically, on December 4, 2009, at just 36 years old, Edward Fatu died of a heart attack linked to toxic substances in his system. WWE fans were left stunned. Umaga was gone far too soon. He wasn't just a villain in the ring. He was a father, a brother, a cousin, and a man whose potential was never fully realized. His presence is still missed in the wrestling world, a haunting reminder of how quickly the brightest flames can burn out. Number 7. Brian Pillman. Brian was a force of nature, unpredictable, intense, and impossible to ignore. Brian Pillman wasn't just a wrestler, he was a phenomenon. With a background in football and a fierce passion for performance, Pillman brought unmatched intensity to WCW, ECW, and eventually WWE. Known as the loose cannon, he blurred the lines between fiction and reality, making fans question what was scripted and what was real. Behind the scenes, Pillman battled immense physical pain from a near-fatal car crash, which left him in constant agony, but he never let it stop him. His charisma, wild unpredictability, and raw emotion made him a standout, even in an era packed with legends. But on October 5, 1997, Brian Pillman was found dead in a hotel room, just hours before a scheduled match. He was only 35. The cause? A heart attack linked to undiagnosed heart disease. The wrestling world was stunned. Pillman had pushed the limits in and out of the ring and paid the ultimate price. His legacy remains, not just as a performer, but as a man who refused to be ordinary. Number 8. Chyna. She was a trailblazer, a warrior, and gone far too soon. Chyna, born Joni Laura, wasn't just a WWE wrestler. She was a revolution. Breaking into the male-dominated ring in the late 90s, she wasn't just the ninth wonder of the world. She was the first and only woman to win the Intercontinental Championship. Fans didn't just watch Chyna, they believed in her. But outside the ring, her battles were even tougher. After leaving WWE, Chyna's life spiraled. She struggled with substance abuse, heartbreak, and the weight of being cast aside by the industry she helped shape. Despite attempts to rebuild her image and life, moving to Japan, earning a degree, and even entering reality TV, her pain never fully left. On April 17, 2016, the world lost Chyna at just 46 years old. A lethal combination of anxiety meds, sleeping pills, and alcohol ended a life that still had so much to give. WWE didn't induct her into the Hall of Fame until years later. Too little, too late. Chyna wasn't perfect, but she was powerful, real, and unforgettable. A legend who shattered ceilings and paid the price. Rest in power, Chyna. You deserved so much more.